Oklahoma Employer Services Center and Oklahoma Child Support Services bring you this video to answer questions you may have about remitting child support payments withheld from your employees' wages.
First question, where do employers send payments? All wage withholding for child support is processed through the Oklahoma Centralized Support Registry, OKESC. The registry helps employers reduce expenses and paperwork by allowing them to send all payments to a single location. The OKESC address is P.O. Box 268809, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, 73126-8809.
Next, how do I know if I should follow the order to withhold? Remember that all notice order to withhold income for child support must be honored if they appear to be a valid legal document.
Even if your employee tells you he or she is making payments, you as the employer are obligated to follow the notice order to withhold income for child support. If your employee has any questions, ask him or her to call Oklahoma Child Support Services at 405-522-2273 in the Oklahoma City area or 1-800-522-2922 statewide.
Let's answer this. What if I receive a notice or order from another system? If you receive a notice order to withhold income for child support from an Oklahoma entity and it directs you to send payments to an address other than the Oklahoma Centralized Support Registry, you must file a data registry sheet with OKESC. An account will be set up for you and that employee, and you can then start payments through this system. By law, you cannot send payments to a private party. Again, if you have any questions, please call 1-866-553-2368. Next, are there any other kinds of child support cases for which I need to withhold? You may also be remitting payments for a 4D child support case. It is a case in which someone is receiving child support services from the state's child support program. All 4D child support payments are also made through the Centralized Support Registry.
Do I need to send a separate check for each case? Employers may combine all payments, both 4D and non-4D, and send in one check, unless you've signed up for electronic funds transfer to the Oklahoma Centralized Support Registry. Attach the detailed breakdown of the payer information that equals the amount of the check. The breakdown should be provided for each employee who has child support included in the check.
What other information do I need to include with the payment? Please include the following information with the payment: employee or payer's first and last name, payer's social security number, family group number, FGN, if your payroll system accommodates this information.
How do I submit payments? You may submit payments by check or money order payable to the Oklahoma Department of Human Services. Mail payments to the Oklahoma Centralized Support Registry.
Please view the video about electronic funds transfer or web pay at okesc.org and follow those instructions to pay electronically. Payments must be remitted within 7 business days after child support has been withheld from the paycheck.
Here's an important question. What if I make a payment in error? If you make a payment and then discover that you made the payment in error, for instance, if the employee has quit, do not adjust your next payment to child support.
Instead, please immediately request a refund from OKDHS, Oklahoma Child Support Services, through the district office or through OKESC.
If you adjust your next payment, you're actually taking money away from another family because the first payment has already been issued.
Next, what do I do if I send the wrong child support amount or send in support of the wrong person? OKESC policy states, OKESC is not responsible for overpayment, underpayment, non-payment, misdirection of payment, or other distribution error caused by either incorrect payments or information submitted to OKESC or OKESC receiving no information or payment.
OKESC does not attempt to recover, redirect, forward, repay, or otherwise correct this type of error, meaning OKESC will not refund money that has been already distributed to a family. OKESC is required by federal law to forward money automatically within 48 hours or less.
What if an employer's check is returned for non-sufficient funds? If a check sent by an employer is returned for non-sufficient funds, the employer can be placed on an NSF list. If an employer has been placed on the NSF list, all future payments must be made via cashier's check or money order until the employer is removed from the list, which is typically after 1 year.
Next, are there other situations in which employers can be placed on the NSF list? An employer will be placed on the NSF list if stop payment is placed on a check and the employer does not notify OKESC. If an employer's bank causes the employer to be put on the NSF list, the employer may submit a letter from their bank to be removed from the list.
Also, if employers notify OKESC of a pending problem with the payment in time to prevent harm to a family and will reissue the bad check, the employer will not be put on the NSF list. Replacement payment should be sent to OKESC State Finance, Return Payment Review, P.O. Box 53552, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma 73152.
Next, how does an employer get removed from the NSF list? The employer must make 12 consecutive monthly good payments. The NSF list is based on the employer, not the bank. Changing banks or accounts will not circumvent the NSF list. Payments by personal check will still be refused.
What happens if an employer refuses to remit payments while on the NSF list? The employer is required by law to follow the instructions on the notice order to withhold income for child support.
Failure to do so makes the employer liable for up to the accumulated amount that should have been withheld according to the income withholding notice, as well as fines and interest on the amount that should have been withheld.
For more information, view our helpful videos at okesc.org.
Or please contact one of our employer services representatives toll-free at 1-866-553-2368, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Let us know how we can help you.